Hey stamping friends, this is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Diego, California. And I'm here today to show you a card that's actually a fancy fold card that I've made with the new Symbols of Fortune stamp set and dies that will be coming out in the January through June mini catalog that starts on January 4th. Hey Vicki, good to see ya, or almost see ya. Anyway, the new mini catalog starts January 4th. For all of you, if you're a demonstrator, you should get yours in the mail and already be able to order, which is how I have my stuff. So, Vicky wants to be in my video. Vicky, I have no idea how to do that. Let me see. It says bring them on camera. What happens when I do that? You say hi? I've never done that before, so I don't know how that works, but maybe you say hi to everybody. Anyway, so I love this new catalog. It has pretty much something for everybody. A few years ago, Stampin' Up! Decided that the annual catalog, the big catalog that comes out in May, is mostly geared towards the beginner kind of stamper and intermediate stamper, and the two mini catalogs are geared more towards your avid, really, I like all the little bits and pieces and stuff. So I'm in love with this catalog, but this stamp set that I'm working with today, Symbols of Fortune, I decided to work with because I think it's going to be kind of a sleeper set. I think it's not as bright and showy as some of the other ones. We tend to, it's kind of has an Asian feel to it. We tend to have a lot of Asian art in our house and have traveled in Asia, and so I think that's why it appealed to me. But just a couple more announcements about what's going on. Upcoming classes, January 16th will be here, or you can get either of these classes by mail, and we're going to be doing some Valentine's cards. Haven't decided how that's going to look yet, but it's going to be Valentine's Day, because I figure if we wait till February to do it and you guys want to order stuff, too late. So let me know, drop me an email, stampwithdrrobin@gmail.com if you are interested. And then the second class is our mini retreat. I'm doing that with my upline, Peggy Noe, and that will be all about the daffodils, the new daffodils set. And that's going to be January 29th, most of the afternoon, and we'll do lots of different things. So let me know if you're interested in either of those. And then the other thing I wanted to remind you all, let me put you down for that. So hold on a sec. I wanted to remind you about this Garden of Eden set. Now, right now you can buy the whole stamp set, etc. But what you won't be able to buy when it runs out, it's not even in the catalog, are these gems that are really, really pretty, as well as this paper. And I don't have the cotton paper that also goes with them, but these are pretty much a while supplies last. So if you like them, please hurry up and get them, because they are not going to last a long time. All right, so on to the Symbol of Fortune. So let me introduce you to this new suite. So this is a distinctive stamp. And if you remember, distinctive stamps mean that they kind of have all sorts of shading in one stamp. We're going to be working mostly with this chrysanthemum stamp, but I wanted to show you this is what the crane stamp looks like. And you can see the die cuts it out. And you get all these different, almost like you've, stamped it with different stamps, but this is all in one stamp, which is really cool. As I said, you can cut it out with this die. It also has some little dragonflies that you can cut out, and these dragonflies actually work on the paper also, although this crane doesn't work for the cranes I'm going to show you on the paper. And then it has these couple of pretty leaves here, and those look like this. Aren't those pretty? And also has this stamp that is really cool. It looks like this. I mean, not stamp die. And then I've also seen people you know, cut this out of a color and then use the negative part, the part behind there, to put something underneath it, and that looks really cool too. I haven't really done that yet. And then also in that suite are the paper. So this is what I said about the crane paper, and I did find that the dies do cut out a couple of these dragonflies, but they do not cut out the crane. The crane you have to cut out by hand if you want an individual crane. And you'll notice, hopefully it's a little sparkly on here, every single one of these papers has gold on one side. I guess that's upside down for you. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that, just so pretty. These are ginkgo leaves on here. And then the opposite side is just as pretty. Nice neutral background. Look at this one. So you could, you know, cut out these individually and use them on a card, or cut out a strip of them, I suppose. Another just kind of background one. Cranes flying. Again, you could, you know, use a whole page like this and then just put a sentiment. You could cut those out, be really pretty. We are going to be using some of this paper, the chrysanthemum paper. And look at this one. So pretty. And then it also has this set separately, this mother of pearl. I don't know if you can see how it's really shiny and slick. It's smooth. So I haven't used it yet. I'm not sure if you can stamp on it or not, but it is just gorgeous. Oh, so this is my, if you want to order some, this is my host code. If you could use that, that would be wonderful. But so let me show you. I actually made first, I made a simple card. And all this is that chrysanthemum stamped all the way around, a couple of the leaf stamps, and then the sentiment in the middle. It's completely flat. It's just ink and paper, simple, real simple stamping. This is a slightly stepped up one. You can see the chrysanthemums in 3 different colors: the Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, and Smoky Slate. And these are stamped off, so they're a little bit lighter. You can see the difference in the intensity of the color. And then yet another even more stepped up card. This is the one we are going to make today, which is a Ziegfeld card. So this is the intense one. This is a stamped off one. These are all stamped off. Very similar, the same colors that I used here in the big one. And then using some of the paper. Oh, and I forgot to show you there's gems that go with this. These are called polished dots. I'm not sure what color they say these are. They're kind of like a pale pink or pale chrysanthemum color. You can see the little dots. And then I just want to, before we get going on this card, I just want to show you one more card that I made. And this was to show off all of the pretty gold. And so remember I said you're going to have to cut this out by hand. These are some of the gold papers. It's actually the same fold as the other one, but this one folds down like that. And then what are these, you ask? These are called Pebbles. And they're also in the new catalog, just these little pebbles. And they come in 2 different colors, but aren't they cool? I just thought they were really fun. Okay, so like I said, this is the one that we are going to be doing today. Oh, and if you like that paper, I forgot to mention, I do have a paper share going. If you want, basically you get a quarter amount, a quarter of every one of the new papers, a quarter package, sorry. So if the package has 12 by 12, I mean 6 12 by 12, no, 12 12 by 12s, you're getting the equivalent of a quarter of that pack. Same with the smaller ones. So let's get ready in making this today. So we are going to need to score. So we're going to start with a piece of evening evergreen. This is 4 1/4 by 11, so I cut it the opposite way you would normally cut it. And you would normally just score this in half at 5 1/2, right? So we're going to do that, but we're also going to score it at half of that, which is 2 3/4. Okay, so let's fold that in half. Make sure it lines up well. I don't know how you can score these perfectly or feel like you're scoring them perfectly, and they don't totally line up always. So just give it a good score. And then this one, we want to actually fold backwards on itself. And another good score. Okay, so it's going to open like that. And then I suppose we could put this is the paper we're going to use. Unfortunately, it's the back of that really pretty one, but what the heck, right? Anyway, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. And we can put this one on too. These are all just 1/4 less. So this should be 2 1/2, I think. Yeah, 2 1/2 by 4. Again, it's always so hard to cover up those, pretty sides on the other one, but that's why we have more than one piece of paper. Okay, so next thing I want to do is stamp and cut out the chrysanthemum that's going to be on the front, because I want to actually try something a little different with this that I didn't do on the other one. So if it doesn't work, we'll just have to come back. All right, so first thing, I cut this kind of small because I wanted it to be able to go through my little baby cutter. There we go. So that's a full strength one. And now the rest of the time we're going to be doing a lot of just not full strength ones, stamped off ones. So we're going to use our number 1 and then 2 of the number 2s on here. Getting to the point close to wanting to get new number 2 plates on here. They're getting a little warped, a little smushed. Not so perfect anymore. All right, and remember not to put them directly lined up or it doesn't work as well. All right. So the thing I want to try is, I was kind of sad when I realized that I had not used any of the gold on this. So I actually thought, you know what? I haven't tried in a long time is using my gold leafing. So I thought, wouldn't that be pretty to have a little gold leafing in here? Now the way that I've used this gold leafing that I have had the best, this is stuff from the annual catalog, is by small amounts of glue. And then we're just going to let it sit here and dry a little bit, and we'll come back to that. All right, so that's going to be just off to the side somewhere. I hopefully won't put my arm in it. All right, so next we're going to get to some stamping now. Whoops, that's not the right one. So we need to stamp this inside one as well as this outside one, and all of those are stamped off. So you noticed this one, ooh, am I frozen? I hope not. I'm gonna wait a sec and see if it's gonna come back, because I look like I'm frozen on mine, so I'm gonna just hold on here and see. Oh no. All right, so this one is 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So 4 1/4 by 2 3/4, and that's for the inside. Noreen, hey, are you gonna come learn how to stamp with me? Hey, Becky. All right, so this is for the inside one. We're gonna take our chrysanthemum one again, but remember I said most of the rest of these are stamped off. So stamp it off to the side, and then just stamp it. See how much lighter that is than the one on the front? And then we can also, I think as long as we're here, we'll finish the inside. The inside's gonna just have our evening evergreen sentiment stamped on it. Now, this is why I'm turning it over and looking at it. Always, I don't even like the way that looks on here, so I'm gonna kind of, would have come out just fine. See that little thing in the corner? Don't like that little smush in the corner, because that's how you get little halos on things. So let's gently ink it up again. And then we'll get that little smush off. We don't like smushes, no smushes here. All right. Let's see if we can do this without a smush. Perfect. All right, so our inside is done. And I think I'm done with the evening evergreen too. So let's put that, oops, nope, that wasn't the evening evergreen. That was our Calypso Coral, which we still need. All right, so the next thing is making the little part that goes underneath, and that underneath our big front one. So that's this page. And that is white, and it's 4 by 2.5. And so remember I said all I did was stamp off. Stamp it to the side and put it on here. Stamp it to the side. Put a little on this side. Okay, intentionally did not make those even. Don't want them exactly the same all the way around. All right, so next we're going to take our little scrubber that looks horrible but still works just fine. Clean off our stamp. And just so it isn't kind of watery or anything, I just kind of stamp it to the side. All right, next we got a little crumb cake. Same idea, stamp it on here. Notice I'm not even stamping the whole stamp because I'm only using the edges. Again, stamp it off a little bit. I just wanted it really, really light. Stamp it off a little bit.
Hey, thank you.
Come in on this side, and then do repeat with our smoky slate, but again, clean it in between. And see how it also, you can see how the different, that's distinctive stamp, that we see multiple color, different shading in there. Again, stamp it off, do it in the corner. Notice I'm not worried too much about what's going on in the middle because my middle's not going to be showing. I'm going to have that beautiful flower over that. And then we're just going to attach that. This is a piece of evening evergreen. It's just 1/4 inch bigger. All these measurements will be on my blog later. stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com. All right, now it's not even letting me see your chat. Oh, got a few more people watching. Hi, Pecky. Hi, Marag. I don't think you've watched before. Hey, Jenny, are you going to come learn how to stamp with me? That would be fun. These are local people. So back with our card that we just made, and we can put our inside piece in now. Now, what we're going to do is kind of try to make it in the middle here. And then when we put this piece on the top, I like to put the inside one in first, because you want this to completely cover it when it's folded. And so we're going to use our dimensionals to pop it up a little bit, but we only want dimensionals on this side. So what I do when I'm doing that is I just pick it up and kind of cover that side and say, okay, no dimensionals past my finger. Okay. All right, so we're going to turn it over, and the most important thing is that it's over that part on the inside. So when it's closed, you can't see it. Okay, now we're going to try my little experiment and see if it worked. All right, remember our pretty little chrysanthemum? See how the glue, you can't even see it anymore? So it's still tacky, but we're going to take our little gold flakes that are in this huge shoebox so that they don't end up all over. These are the gold gilded leafing that likes to just get all over. So let's get some all kind of where we need to be. And what I'm going to do is just smush this down on here. Let that glue pick up some. And it's a hot mess now. So what you want to do first is kind of smush it in with your finger so that it gets smushed into all that glue. I don't know, some people love this, some people find this just too messy for them. And then we can take it's just an old piece of sponge. Some people use like brushes, artist brushes, but I think that looks really pretty. I think that adds a little something to it. Of course, I didn't think of that while I was doing it the first time around. Oh my gosh, there's pieces of this gold flake just floating around everywhere. I think we're gonna pick them up of everything now. And then we're just gonna pop that on here. What do you guys think? Gold flaking, you like it? Put it on. Again, pop it up with some dimensionals. See, look, we got gold flaking that stuck to my finger. That's now on a dimensional. Like I said, I'll be picking that up off of pretty much everything later. And then let's get some of these polished dots and put them around. These are the kind of pinkish ones. I love my take a pick tool for this. All right, what do we think? Hey Peggy, you like it. So what's the vote? Are we going with the gold leafing or the plain one we don't need any gold leafing? Oops, now I've lost you guys again. We like the gold? I do too. Just gives it a little something else. pretty fun fold, pretty paper. So again, this is new stuff from the new January through June mini catalog. I'm going to put you back up so I can see you again. So hopefully you guys will have fun with that when it comes out. Thank you all. Oh my gosh, gold leafing everywhere. It's probably in my hair. Do you see my hair? Not yet. As soon as I touch my hair, because I still have some on my finger. But anyway, so let me know if you're interested in the upcoming Valentine's Day class, January 16th. And you people who are around here who I've never seen in a class, I'm thinking about starting a beginner class. So let me know if you are interested, or maybe I'll just drop you a little line if I have your email and such. So I will see you next Monday at 1 o'clock. Might not be the Monday after because that's a travel day for me. We're going up to see my folks for New Year's Eve and their 65th wedding anniversary. So that's exciting for them. Okay, take care. Everybody have a good week, and let me know if you have any questions or if you need to order. I don't know if you saw the little order number in there, but that helps with my host ordering. So take care, everybody. See you next week. Bye.